Welcome to Seawaywhiskywire. Tonight on the bar, we've got the Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection Toasted Staves Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Stay tuned. Well, hey guys, thanks for coming back after the intro. I'm Tyler, and tonight on the bar, we've got the Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection Toasted Oak Staves Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And this right here is another one of the samples that was sent over from Jennifer over at Lux Row. So thank you, Jennifer, and the folks over at Lux Row for sending this over to the channel for me to review and share my notes and opinions with you guys. But before we get into the bottle and all that and the specs, if you guys have yourself some Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, preferably something from Yellowstone, maybe something from the Special Finishes collection, you want to pour yourself a dram and drink along with me, please do so. I encourage it. It makes life a heck of a lot better for you guys on the other end, and I enjoy you guys drinking along with me. So we'll get into the specs and the overview of this bottle of Yellowstone. So what exactly is the Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection? Well, it starts off with a base of 4-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey from Yellowstone, and then they finish it in toasted oak staves. And it comes in with an ABV of 50% alcohol by volume, which is 100 proof. The mash bill makeup of this particular Yellowstone is 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% barley. So I'm hoping to get it's a little more complex than the Yellowstone Select, and I imagine there'll be some kind of smooth characteristics added to it because of the toasted staves. But we'll get into that in a minute here, guys. Let's take a look at the presentation of the bottle. Even though I've already kind of shared my thoughts and opinions on kind of the bottle of the Yellowstone Select, I thought I'd revisit it here. And you know, it's a classic Yellowstone bottle. I do appreciate that they've added some color to it here, made it more vibrant. You get a nice shot of the Yellowstone National Park on here, and you get the full kind of range of what they've done with it here. They give you a little bit of makeup on the back here of the distillery, and a little note from Stephen Beam. Other than that, though, that's pretty much it. They don't give you the mash bill makeup. They don't give you anything about the aging process. And you know, probably the worst thing I can say about this bottle is the cork, because the cork is so small, and you know, it almost gets lost in my hands here. So I've already said it in my other videos, but I'll say it again. Please, if you could, get yourself a better cork for this. Otherwise than that, the bottle is passable. I wish there was more information on the mash bill. I wish there was more information about the aged bourbon in it, and I wish you guys would get a better cork. But other than that, let's get into the pour. Move on to the pour of the Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection and see what we can get out of that. I'm using my my Norland glass here again, guys, just because this is a little bit higher proof. 50% is a little bit higher, but I really enjoy using these glasses here for higher proof and barrel proof whiskeys. This is not barrel proof at all, but it's still a little bit higher proof, and I enjoy using the Norland glass for that. So we'll get into the color here on the Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection Toasted Staves, and we'll go in here tight to it here. Color-wise, dark caramel is what I've kind of marked in here with a little bit of an orange tinge to it. Now it's darker than the Yellowstone Select, and I imagine that's just because of the extra finishing that goes into this, with those toasted oak staves imparting a little bit more flavor and a little bit more color into this Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Yeah. All right. But let's get into the nose and see what we can get out of the Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection Toasted Oak Staves. I'm gonna get tired of saying that over and over again. But anyways, let's get into the nose. So nose is much more complex than the Yellowstone Select. It's a lot more full-bodied. I'm getting with these buttery notes, almost like a vanilla cream frosting kind of note to it. Some marshmallow in there too, like a really nice, flavorful, almost like a homemade marshmallow, if you guys have ever had those from like a market or something like that. Some brown sugar. I get a little bit of orange zest at the end there. It's faint, but it is there a little bit. And then the finish is all toasted nuts, toasted pecans, I would say. Yeah, very nice nose, very vibrant, it's definitely more full-bodied again than the Yellowstone Select. All right, let's get into the taste and see what we can get out of this bottle of Yellowstone. So cheers to your health, and let's get into it. Okay. So first off, I'm getting into the vanilla. Then there's kind of this like buttery, soft, creamy almost mouthfeel and texture to it that leans into, again, more of those marshmallow notes, toasted marshmallows like from a campfire. And then I've got some cinnamon sugar on there as well. That's all up front there. That vanilla, marshmallow, creamy texture, cinnamon sugar. And then you get this nice toasted oak or toasted nuts, like pecans again, maybe some peanuts and some cashews in there, but toasted. Then you get this brown sugar, and then this nice oak hug. That's very much, it's a warming hug, but it's not very lengthy, not a lot of legs to it, and it's not really abrasive or aggressive. It's just nice and warming at the end there. It'd probably be a really good dram or a really good bourbon to sip around a campfire, just with those kind of nice notes, those toasted nuts, those marshmallow vanilla, that buttery feel, that nice mouth coating aspect that goes with it there, and even like the brown sugar and the cinnamon sugar notes. It's relatively sweeter than the Yellowstone Select, I would say that for sure, and just has a lot more going on and a lot more happening. But without giving away the finish, let's dive into the finish, and I can take one more sip of this, and then I'll let you know what my thoughts are on the finish of it. So go one more sip here and have a look. I really love these glasses too, guys. I mean, like the whiskey looks phenomenal in it. You can really get a nice appreciation for it, and it really helps it breathe and just gives it more. I get more notes out of it, I find, than a regular Glencairn for higher proof spirits. So the finish for the Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection, I'm going to say for this particular one, it's a medium finish. It's longer. It's not short. It's a little longer than that, and does kind of go in there, and it retains that kind of toasted nuts and oak flavor at the end there on your tongue, and it is good. Very mouth coating and very smooth, considering it is a little bit higher ABV, and it really is a nice dram. This particular one's not available at the LCBO yet. I hope it is. It is available out west. So, if you're interested in something like this, you can definitely get this, just not in my area at all. Which brings me into the value proposition on kind of a quick curve here. Out west, it looks like this bottle sells for about $80. To me, it's a tasty dram. It's an amped up version of the Select. Select is one of my more favorite sipping bourbons, and I really enjoy the profile and the ease of sipping. Is this as easy? No, this is a little more complex. This is a little more rigid. Not very abrasive, there's no real too many rough edges there. You do have that bit of spice at the end, but nothing that's too off-putting or anything like that. I will say this does drink very well outside. I've yet to drink it around a campfire, but I have had this outside in these Northern glasses, and it really does drink well outside, and it's a really nice summer dram, and it's really nice and warming. And I think that the profile is such that it's not overly plain, and it's not overly straightforward. It does have some complexities in there. It has that extra step in there with those toasted nuts and that marshmallow and the little bit of orange zest in there, and just that little bit of oak that's in there as well. I think it's a very nice, very approachable, and very nice step into a higher proof bourbon. And I mean, I'm a Yellowstone fan anyways, so yeah, I'm going to definitely recommend, if you're able to get this and try it, get this and try it. There's some other great special finishes out there from their special finishes collection that I'm unable to get here where I am, but I definitely want to try and seek some out and give them a try. So very happy to have gotten this from the folks over at Lux Row. So again, thank you very much. And regardless of them giving it to me, honest opinion of this, you definitely need to go out and pick this up and give it a shot. When I say stock it, I'd say go give it a shot. And I'm still going to keep stocking my Yellowstone Select over there though. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on the, here we go again, Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection Toasted Oak Staves Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. If you like what we're doing here at Seawaywhiskywire, Whiskey Wire, you guys know that drill. Like and subscribe down below. And hey, don't forget to check me out on Instagram at Seawaywhiskywire Whiskey Wire for some other great content as well. So I'll leave you with that. And if you've hung around this long, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. And I really enjoy bringing you guys this content and putting it together for you. And it's a fun little gig for me, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'll leave you with that, and we'll see you around. So cheers, take care, all the best. Bye for now, guys. Take care.